Welcome back to another pin spotlight for today's Pinsmas. This one is also pretty special because this is the first type of this pin that I've owned. Because this is actually an Acme Archives pin. Acme Archives is located in Shanghai Disneyland, and they have a lot of pins that are now available through the Pinopolis game. Pinopolis is a new pin game, and frankly I don't know much about it besides that, but they have a whole bunch of these Disney licensed Acme pins. And this is the very first Acme pin that I've ever owned. This one, as you can see, features Belle, and it's part of the Dancing Princess series. This is based on Amy Meberson's Pocket Princess artwork series, and they had just about all of the princesses in this series, but I decided to get Belle because I thought she was the prettiest, and Belle's definitely my favorite princess. So what's neat about these Acme pins is that it looks like it's all a whole bunch of screen printed detailings. So if you can see, her dress has a whole bunch of different shadings of yellow screen printed on. All the facial little details are screen printed on there. And this is also a huge pin to boot. So it does come on this large backer card that does say limited edition on it because this is an LE300. And so on the back it actually says a little bit more about this series. So taking the Mickey pin backs off, you can see that this is a certificate of authenticity for a limited edition pin. This document certifies that the pin art is a piece of art print published by Acme Archives Limited. The characters are designs from the Royal Dance by Amy Meberson. These characters have been reimagined in a captivating new rendition sure to delight fans and collectors alike. So this part at the bottom was pretty interesting to me because I didn't really know much about the Acme pins. So these are pins that are licensed under Disney for Acme Archives Limited. So these are authentic Disney pins. But again, I don't really know much about Acme Archives or Pinopolis. I know they have a pin subscription series that's pretty darn costly, but they are these ginormous LE100 pins. And so people have been equating them kind of like to the old Disney auction style of pins. So you can see just how large and awesome this Belle is. And here's a size comparison to what just a normal pin would be. So the back of the pin, it almost does kind of remind me of Disney Auctions pin where they have the auction gavel on it. This one seems to be bars of gold imprinted on it. And it has here where it says officially licensed pin from Acme Archives Limited, copyright Disney, all rights reserved, limited edition 300. And so this is the part here. It's an etched number for the Pinopolis game. And so I don't really know what it means. I don't know if it's a good number or a bad number. I know there are local pin masters by Disneyland and Walt Disney World that host Pinopolis games. So if anybody actually has played the game and knows what it's about, it'd be really cool to hear about it. But I'm just happy to have this pin itself. I think it's really pretty to add to my collection, or it might potentially make a pretty good trader. The only thing is that because these pins do come from overseas, there can be quite a little delay in their shipping. But I actually got this one pretty reasonably. But I know the Pinopolis website, which I'll link in the description, they have a whole bunch of pins in their shop, and most of them are pre-orders. So I do have pre-orders in for pins that I believe are releasing in February. And those are some really gorgeous pins, but it definitely is going to be a little bit of a wait to get them. So let me know if you collect Acme pins or know any more about them, or if this is the very first time you're hearing about them. I think they're really awesome, and purchasing this pin, which is an LE300, and I pre-ordered 2 other LE300s and I think 2 LE500s from the Pinopolis website. Those were all around in probably the $20 to $25 range. Plus you get a discount if you use the Pin Master codes. So I think for these low limited edition sizes, it's pretty good costs to get them at. And like I said, this is a really huge pin. Now it'll just be a little bit of a wait for the rest of them to come in. But thanks for watching!